Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And this is Black Licorice review number 22, where we're not chewing on candy, but we are looking at licorice flavors in teas. So let me unsteep this tea because it's about done before I go on talking. And I don't want it too strong. But what we have here are various teas with licorice extract or licorice root in the leafy mixture. What we have here are 5 different teas, mostly herbal teas that incorporate some licorice root amongst other things usually. But the first one that we're looking at here is actually a black tea with licorice flavoring. This came from a local tea room called the English Tea Room. And it's called Amsterdam Licorice. And we'll just give it a smell. I'm getting mostly a black tea type smell. And the extra stuff I do smell doesn't strike me as licorice. And if you will recall my licorice extract tasting, it did not have an aroma. So it's black tea with licorice flavor. So we will just start in. Nice black tea. It's got a little bitterness to it, a little sweetness to it, and I detect the licorice. It's like licorice extract. Maybe a hint of anise, but it's very subtle. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit while I go on about the hazards of licorice extract. Why am I fiddling? I don't want to fiddle with that. So this is certainly one episode where I will want to repeat the warning about consuming too much licorice extract or things that have been extracted from the roots, because the active ingredient, which is glyceric acid, is known to cause problems. It's known to undo the regulation of blood pressure. So it may go too high or too low in some individuals who are sensitive to it. So I'll put a chemical structure of the glyceric acid right up here, because I'm a chemist and I don't get to do that very often. And because it's a known health hazard in some individuals. So be alert to the hazards. And I put the warning at the end of each one of these in words. Consumption in pregnancy, how it affects sex drive, and how it affects blood pressure control. So let me do a little more tasting now that it's cooled off a little bit. Sweeter, maybe a caramely note or a mapley note. I like it, but I don't know how to reproduce it. You just have to go there and buy this stuff in the English Tea Room in Covington, Louisiana. So I'm not going to spend a long time on each of these since we have 4 more to go through. But this is pleasant. You can tell it's got a black tea base, and then other things are in there, but it's not real bitter and it's not real licoricey. So that's a good one. I would drink this. So we'll just have a little break while I get the next cup ready. Okay, I'm back with cup number 2. So this is PG Tips Mint and Licorice flavor, which is an herbal tea. I know I can find ingredients somewhere here. Oh wow, is that small? Ingredients: cinnamon, chicory root, rosehip, licorice, orange peel, flavoring, spearmint. Okay, then it's got a warning about how much of this stuff to drink. So on the nose, I mostly smell the mint. It's a nice spearmint aroma. And it's too hot to drink, but the mintiness predominates. I can tell there's the licorice bitterness in there, but the mint hits you first on the nose, and then it continues being the stronger thing as you sip it. So yeah, it's like chewing gum. That green stuff, double mint gum. Wrigley's. The tea bag doesn't have much of an aroma, so I'm not smelling much out of the actual herbs and leaves and stems and chunks. So minty, and the bitterness is way down, subdued, muted. I can tell it's in there. So PG Tips, mint and licorice. With that British spelling. So I am really warming up in this vest and long sleeve shirt. And 3 more to go. So this one's pretty nice. All those other flavors form a nice bed for that licorice extract, the bitterness to lay on. So the other flavors really, the cinnamon, orange, really help support, hide, diffuse, obfuscate, hinder that licorice extract from being the main flavor. So that's very nice. I can recommend that, but you gotta like mint. Moving on. Okay, ready for tea number 3, which is Twinings Comforting Licorice. And the only ingredient is licorice root. So the bag is nondescript, no labeling, no tab, no string. And I don't get a lot of aroma from that, but this has been steeping for a while. It's a nice mild yellow, light yellow color. There's a bitterness, there's a sweet, grassy, vegetal, nice aroma from coming up from the tea. But when you taste it, it is a little bitter. It's a little sweetness or a little buttery sensation on the palate. A hint of a buttery taste. There's a mouthfeel like it's oily. So this is pleasant, but I'm not going to sit around and drink the whole cup. There's a warning on here that you should only drink 1 cup a day. So I think I get the idea from this. You would not guess from tasting the tea that all this candy is based on the strong, bitter flavor of the licorice root. So I get the idea there, and it's not changing. Okay, the next tea here is from Traditional Medicinals. It's all licorice root. Back says here, licorice is known to soothe the digestive tract and promote respiratory health. Do I believe that? It smells much like the last one, not a big surprise. Definitely a vegetal, grassy, herbal type aroma. And again, there's a nice buttery, oily mouthfeel, buttery taste and sensation and mouthfeel. So it has a nice effect. I can see how someone would think they're drinking something soothing. Soothing and smoothing. but it's very much the same effect as the Twinings all licorice. That's an interesting taste. It's not all bitter. There's other notes there. They're definitely herbal and vegetal and an odd mouthfeel that you wouldn't expect. So some kind of oiliness is coming out of it. It's very pleasant. It's very good effect. So these two are very similar, almost the same. And one more to go. And for the last tea in this lineup, we have Yogi Egyptian Licorice. Warming and naturally spicy sweet. The ingredient list on the side mentions licorice root, cinnamon bark, orange peel, ginger roots, cardamom pod, black pepper, and clove bud. So it's the most blended or mixed or someone wants to be a cook or a chef and blend the flavors together. Or just they don't want to be like every other licorice tea. So this is looking dark enough. So I will move this over and see what's in here. Oh, definitely much more like an Indian restaurant with all those spices that are in here. This is exotic. And it's a different kind of exotic on the palate. Definitely get the cinnamon and cardamom. Black pepper. Don't get that. Really? There's a hint of black pepper. And the clove. So I'm getting all those things. It's a nice mixture. But I'm not sure I get the licorice. There's a bitterness to it that probably is the licorice, but so many other things are supporting it and surrounding it that it's a really nice flavor. This might be the best concoction or mixture. The mint is nice, the black tea mixture is nice, but this might be the best herbal blend of things. So I'll take a few more sips of this. But I want to explain that we're coming to the end of the black licorice reviews shortly, but we're still looking forward to black licorice flavors in spirits and in foods. And we'll do a couple of more candies. So this is very nice. So I'm not much of an herbal tea guy. I drink regular tea, black tea, green tea, white tea, all the things made from leaves that are called tea. But I'm not a big fan of herbal teas, just because there's so much to keep track of. I don't want to keep track of all that. But this one is very nice. It's a nice mixture. And I'm probably going over my limit here, sipping on this. So stay tuned for those things and the last couple of black candy reviews. And come black for more.